Okay, yeah, if you could just tell me your name and what it is, what your expertise is in video journalism and music journalism.
My name is James Doherty. I'm currently an online producer for BBC. I've previously worked for XFM for a year. I've also done some other regional radio work for a year or so as well.
Brilliant. And I'm going to ask you today a little bit about Radiohead and their 2010 experiment with getting the footage that fans had shot of their gig in the Czech Republic, which was then edited together, and Radiohead produced a score for this, and they've released it online. Do you think there's a future in this? Do you think this is going to change music journalism, or do you think it's just a bit of a fad that's going to kind of disappear as time goes on?
I think this is probably a bit more of a fad. I mean, if you look at the things that Radiohead have done in the past, they're very one-offs. I think Tom York recorded an album and then reversed it and then learned the lyrics backwards and did something like that. And also, I think a previous album they released on iTunes and then asked fans to pay what they thought was appropriate for the album. So I think Radiohead are very they're a niche in the market for what they do musically when it comes to publicity and stuff like that. So I think this is probably more of a one-off. This is more of like a Radiohead thing to do as opposed to it changing music. I don't think the medium will change a great deal. So I think this is just more of kind of a kitsch, one-off, original thing that Radiohead do and do well.
Okay. So you don't think other bands are going to be kind of following suit and following Radiohead's lead and doing this? You can't see it kind of taking off.
I think the following of the bands would have to be very, very specific. Radiohead have obviously got a huge following. They've been around for a number of years. People that know and like Radiohead know what Tom York's like. They know what the band are like in terms of music and stuff like that. So I think any other band that try to do it would have to have a very specific following, know that that's what they want to do and that's how they need to go. I can't see many other bands doing this because I don't think it's worth their while, and it's such a one-off that I think within certain circles this what Radiohead have done will be known, but music generally I can't see it being well publicised on more mainstream music channels. I think it would be more Enemy and places like that would probably talk about it, but mainstream-wise, I think it would probably go quite unnoticed. I think it might be just a headline on like MTV News or something like that. I don't think it's going to set the world alight in terms of publicity or journalism for music.
Finally, do you think there's a kind of a commercial market for this? Do you think that people that buy DVDs of concerts are going to move from buying professionally shot DVD to sort of a compilation of fan shot stuff, or do you think that people are still going to want professionals to shoot concerts?
I think people will probably still want professionals to shoot concerts because with if you get a professional DVD, they'll usually have extras in it as well, and usually this is going to be a compilation of a tour as opposed to a one-off gig. Other things will occur on tour just put together for like a mass highlights effect. And I think with YouTube and the various other places you can get music video, I think fans can look for it for themselves. So I don't think fans would really want to pay for something that they can generally get and even film themselves. I think that's the nature of this thing, is that you can film it, it's personal to you and your experience of when you were there. So I don't think fans would really want to pay for someone else's experience of a gig unless there was something really tremendously like Tom York set fire to himself or something stupid like that. I think I don't think it will go that way at all, no.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks,
Right?
Cheers.
Do you want to check do you want to check the quality or me to do any answers again?
Yeah, I can see how that's